Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? First of all, I would like to thank all of you for being here today. I am Nuru Nazmin Balkis, the moderator for today's conference, which is the Airport and Airfields Conference. Before we begin, I would like to introduce you to our lovely panels. Today with us, we have our Environment Manager, Ms. Nurul Shazwani, the Project Leader, Ms. Nurul Nadia, the Administration Panel, Ms. Nurul Adlina, and finally, also a lawyer with us today, Ms. Nur Alia. Again, I would like to welcome you all to this conference. On this occasion, we would like to begin with our first panel, Ms. Shazwani. Alright, Ms. Shazwani, the floor is yours.
Thank you to the moderator. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all the panel and guests. My name is Nuru Shazwani binti Kujasmi and I am the Environmental Manager. My role in this project is to carry out of the Malaysian EIA procedure. The aim of environmental impact assessment in Malaysia is prevention due to any action and to avoid costly mistake in project implementation. We will ensure to run the projects based on the environmental quality Act 1974 as our mega guidance. Next, the purpose of airports and airfields is first to investigate and assess the principal environmental concerns associated with the proposed airport. Second, to identify, predict, evaluate and communicate information and the environment of a proposed project. Lastly, to detail the mitigating measure before project approval and implementation. That's all.
Thank you for the explanation. Now, let's continue with our second panel, Ms. Nurul Nadia.
Hello and Assalamualaikum to moderator, the panelists and the audience. My name is Nurul Nadia and I'm the project leader of the Airport and Airfields. As the bearer of these positions, my role are that I should guide people and ensure that this project runs well. As project leader, I will engage my team to be a good team by motivating them, taking care of their requirements and keep a nice and productive work environment so that the development of this project runs smoothly and there is no understanding disagreements amongst each other. Aside from that, I need to pay more attention to main risk duty and attend with the national and local government official. Following that, I will conduct a site inspection for the new airport and airfield surrounding regions, as well as a conversation with the inhabited site about ambient noise, air quality and surface water quality, sampling in the field laboratory. Last but not least, I need to be a qualified professional with relevant expertise for this growth. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Nadia. Now let's moving on to our third panel, Ms. Nurul Adlina. Please share with us about your role in this project.
Thank you, moderator. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. I am Nuru Adlina and I'm in charge of the administration. First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone in the room and thank you for being here today. As mentioned before, our goals and objectives of our meeting today are to reach an understanding and agreement to build a new airport and airfield, as well as to prevent an unnecessary conflict or hassle, especially in environmental areas.
Thank you, Ms. Adlina. Now, do you mind reviewing the complete proposal of this project once again?
Sure thing. As is the case, we are planning to build a new airport and airfield here in Kuala Lumpur. The main reason why we decided to choose Kuala Lumpur is because it is well positioned to become a regional integrated hub due to several major benefits, including inexpensive aeronautical costs and a strategic location within 2 to 4 hours of flying time to and from ASEAN countries, with a population of 600 million people. This proposal also includes airport planning, and the primary goal of airport planning is to ensure the efficient use of airport resources in order to meet aviation demand and in cost-effective and environmentally friendly manner. Our strategy is created by considering our external environment, risks, and opportunities, as well as other factors that may affect the project's success.
Thank you for the information. Finally, our last panel, Ms. Nur Alia. Would you like to explain to us about the law regarding on this project?
Thank you, Ms. Nazmi. Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. My name is Nur Alia binti Wahid, and it's an absolute pleasure to be invited as one of the panelists in this conference. I am an environmental attorney specializing in handling legal matters related to environmental issues in general. Building such a big facility has its own guidelines that need to be considered. Usually, airports and airfields are built in wide spaces, which sometimes could take over places that have plenty of trees, hills, easily. And without control, it could bring harm not only to the environment, but also to the society. That's why, in this project, 4 acts are used as the reference to avoid any possible incidents in the future. Act 1, Protection of Wildlife, Act 1972. An act to consolidate the laws relating and to further provide and protection of wildlife and purpose connected with it. Act 2, National Land Code 1965. This act is to ensure a uniformity of law and policy with respect and land tenure, registration of titles related to land, transfer of land, leases and charge in respect of lands, easement and other rights and interests in land. Act 3, Environmental Quality Act 1974, Act related to the prevention, abatement, control of pollution, and enhancement of the environment and for purpose connected therewith. Act 4, Land Conservation Act 1960. This act related to the conservation of hill land and the protection of soil from erosion and the inroad of sleet. Thank you.
That is very interesting. Thank you very much for the informative talk. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the question and answer session. I would like to welcome any audience that have questions based on today's conference. Please mention your name before you start.
I would like to ask a question, but let me introduce myself first. My name is Nur Zafira binti Nur Azmi. I am one of the residents who live in this area. I would like to address a question to the environmental manager, Ms. Chazwani. Does this project have an impact on the nearby system, and will it affect the local residents? In case if any consequences occur that harm the local residents, will this project be continued, or will other action be made to address the issue? That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. You don't have to worry. Before we start this project, we have already done a few important steps, such as scoping and screening. Based on our observation, we can ensure that this project won't affect the resident or the nearby badly. However, there are any unwanted incidents happen in the future, we will take full responsibility to make sure the residents here won't be harmed. We also won't hesitate to stop the project and give compensation money to those who are involved. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nur Sararaida binti Azaha. I am one of the residents who live near the airport area. So I would like to ask a question to Ms. Nur Nadia as the project leader. As we know, where there is new development, there will be inevitably be pollution, whether on a small scale or large scale. So how will you ensure that the pollution that will occur in the surrounding area when it is being developed and after it is being developed can be controlled? Please explain in more detail the steps to be taken.
Thank you for your query, Ms. Sararaida. In this section, I discuss the pollutant that may be caused by these constructions, namely water pollution, air pollution, and noise pollution. Construction frequently cause sediment lander runoff to infiltrate stream, resulting in water contaminant. Other activities that may have an impact on water quality include operations and maintenance necessitating the needs of a quality monitoring program. This might entail gathering various sort of sample in various places of various factors. Next, airport construction and operation result in emissions of air pollutant such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and particulate matter. Displacement and damage to natural ecosystem waste generations and consumptions of resource such as water. So some steps we can take to reduce air pollution are to reduce the number of car trips we take and to reduce or eliminate the use of fireplace and wood stove. Finally, there is the issue of noise pollution. The activities of the construction site and the equipment utilized such as bulldozer, air compressor, pneumatic hammer, loader, pave breaker and dump truck are the source of noise pollution. In building construction, noise reduction divide into two categories, which is passive noise reductions and active noise reductions. This noise control strategy help the reductions of noise transmissions and emission. That's all from me.
Thank you for answering, Miss Nadia. Now, let's continue with our Q&A session.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Amidi. So I'm the representative for locals region activities here. So as this project will be implemented nearby our place, so I would like to know the details about the noise pollution that might happen due to this project construction. Because I am really particular regarding this matter, as the noise might give unnecessary impact to the religion activities such as azan or the calling for prayers here. So could you give me some clear prevention or controlling system for this matter? Thank you. That's all from me.
Alright, that's a good question. Thank you for the question, Mr. Amidi. Regarding noise pollution, I have to say that there is no doubt that this problem might occur in a way. So, residents who live near airports may be disturbed by aircraft noise, and in fact, the industry has been attempting to reduce noise for decades. For ease and convenience, our team has been conducting a few approaches to noise reduction. And this includes air traffic management and land use planning. So, air traffic management is in charge of directing planes' flights path during takeoff and landing. We will pay closer attention to runway placements. And for example, planes flying at night can fly overseas or lakes to reduce noise pollution. Meanwhile, as for land use planning, our team will work closely with local authorities to establish zoning regulation in the impacted areas. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Miss Adlina. Finally, is there anyone else who would like to ask the final question?
Hello, my name is Nuru and I was one of the residents here. To my concern, I would like to ask Miss Alia about the law and regulations on the project. As we know, law and regulations would play kind of a big role to prevent any unnecessary wrongdoings on the land that would affect the environment. Besides all of the laws that have been stated before, may I know what other laws that can be implemented during the process of making the project so that we can prevent other pollution and waste of land? Thank you.
Thank you for your concern, Ms. Izzati. The environment is one of the things that we emphasize in the process of making the airports and airfields. During the land development process, there are some other related written rules on land and property that may initiate or constrain the agent's decision to undertake land development. As we know, the government promotes land development in the country for a more phosphorus and balanced society, but there are certain precautionary environmental rules laid down to protect its hazard. The environmental policies in Malaysia are mainly in the form of laws to guide and control the environment within the context of land development decisions. The Town and the Country Planning Act 1976 empowered the local planning authority to consider planning applications for the purpose of land development. In particular, Section 19 of the Act stipulates no person shall commence, undertake, or carry out any development unless planning permissions in respect of the development has been granted. Means no one can process anything in the end without the authority permissions. Besides that, In Malaysia, an EIA report is required under Section 34A of the Environmental Quality Act 1974 Amendment 1985, has three important measures which are a preliminary assessment stage, initial assessment of the impact; second, a detailed assessment, the review by the technical committee; third, final review by the Department of Environment. For example, if you pollute the water, you can be punished with up to 500,000 ringgit of imprisonment up to 5 years. This is as portrayed in Section 34B4 of the Environmental Quality Act 1974. Also, Section 430 of the Penal Code provides for a much more severe punishment whereby an accused, if found guilty, will be facing an imprisonment term of between 5 to 30 years or fine or both. This shows that the government of Malaysia is serious protecting our environment. In addition, Article 5 of the Malaysian Federal Constitution, as interpreted, the Malaysia Court is optimistic to protect the environment, as good environment is a right to live. So, these are other laws that can be implemented during the process of making the airports and airfields. Thank you.
We have come to the end part of our conference. We would like to thank our panels and audience for joining us today. Hopefully, the information gained today will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you.